Henry here as well, and we're talking about babysitting. So this is good for you in the future.
Yes.
And tell me if this would fly in your house. I don't think this would fly in my house.
My guys could babysit right now.
Right, they could. Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
Gavin and
17,
Matheson.
Matheson, I like that, yeah.
So a dilemma making the rounds. This grandmother is refusing to babysit her granddaughter. Here's the reason why. So I told my mother that I needed her to watch my daughter for a couple of hours while I did some errands. And she told me that she won't continue to babysit my daughter unless I start paying her for every hour, not just for the long trips. And to give context now, in the past, the grandmother was paid $115 a day when this woman has gone away for a week. Now, do you think that the grandmother has something there? Should she be paid for her work?
The problem is right now, all we hear is just kind of a high-level conversation. So we don't know the dynamic of that family. We don't know the history that's there. We don't know if the grandmother is someone who is in financial need and the mom, which is the daughter, is somebody who's able to contribute. So you don't know a lot of it. Like I know in my family dynamic, you know, my family would just, they've always supported, and it takes a village to raise kids. The reason why I live in Bradford is because my village is up there, and it really makes it good. However, like that's what sometimes we hear these things, we don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
And it does seem like there's some resentment. I would say that that's what's right there is some resentment, and there's definitely more to the story.
There's more there.
There's definitely more to the story. I feel like we don't know the full picture. I do, from experience, my nephew, which is it's his birthday today. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! 15 today. I can't believe it. Yeah, 15. But he was born when I was in, I think, grade 10.
Yeah.
So, you know, my whole high school was, you know, right at 3 o'clock. My mom at the fire station. She picked me up. Right home with my nephew. And I watched him from 3 p.m. to midnight when they would get back home, or we, you know, put him to bed, obviously. But that was my day every single day. So for the first, you know, year, I wasn't paid for it. But after that, my mom was like, Stephanie's giving up her high school? Come on, you got to give a little bit of incentive every week, you know, so that she's kind of like babysitting.
Yeah, it's your
a
job.
little bit of money. It's my job. So I was paid a little bit, but I feel like that's a bit of a different kind of situation. But like you said, maybe the mom is not in a financial place where she can, you know, support herself, and maybe that extra money she needs it.
It is a job. Like
it's a job.
It really is. Caregiving is often something that's never given a value, but it is the most valuable thing that can ever happen, to have your child in a safe, secure environment with someone that you love. But in terms of family, generally what we do is we give up our time for family. That's what we try to invest in, right?
Definitely.
And so, but that's the whole thing. We don't know the whole story.
Don't know the whole story. From my perspective, I was surprised that she paid her mom. If this is just like, you know, regular mom-daughter kind of dynamic, I was surprised to even see that she paid her mom for the long trips, like $115 a day.
What if there are a lot of long trips?
Yeah, maybe, could be. But even so, I think, I can't imagine my mom saying, you know what? I'm gonna need a little stipend or something like that for this. And even if I tried to pay her, she would refuse it. She just wants to, you know, she would want to spend time. My in-laws, who are amazing, who watch Isla, they watched her while we went away on vacation, and they would never take money. Even if we offered and threw it, they'd throw it right back. There's no way. They're amazing. So yeah, maybe there is a little bit more.
My family's the same as your family,
right?
But I have friends that I know that they don't have active parents in their kids' lives at all. So it depends.
I actually saw a post last night on Instagram talking about, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. And a woman was saying, you know, that village is not free anymore. It's not. You should save up for nannies and babysitting. Keep that in mind before you have a family, because it is a cost that you may have to incur. You will have to now. Nowadays, everyone's busy, right? So, including the grandmother.
The grandma wants to go on vacation herself.
Wants to go too. Okay. All right, 6:27 here on Breakfast Television. Heading to break now. Citytv coming up after the break, and we'll have your top stories of the day. You're watching BT.